Hi Aries, welcome to the Jupiter Child. My name is Andy. I am a psychic medium here on YouTube. This is going to be your November 2022 prediction reading. Let's go ahead and jump into it. This is specifically going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Specifically, this reading works really well for Sun and Rising signs. Okay, but I believe if you're any other sign as well, sometimes people like to cross watch. Maybe some of you or a lot of you are cross watchers, meaning you're not an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and you're watching because you want to spy on some Aries. I always feel like, because I never mention this, and I don't mention this, I don't mention cross watching at the beginning of every reading, and I tend to notice that I usually do it probably on the readings that people are cross watching. So I see you, nosy. Make sure to go check out your own reading too, a little cross watcher. Little stalker. Focus on yourself. If you're not an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, focus on yourself, baby. That's just a little advice. You're welcome. It's free. Focus. We have the number 20. We'll focus on this card for a second. If the camera will allow me. There we go. Boom. Focus. The number 20 at the bottom, we have this world in the heart and this higher power watching. So I really feel like it's simply that. I feel like whatever it is that you're doing is being divinely guided, divinely watched. I feel like there's a lot of eyes on you too, in the sense of interest. You could be looking really good this month, Aries, physically on the outside. The other thing is too, I feel like a lot of you guys maybe have your focus on spirituality. I feel like there's a lot of spiritual interest. And I mean that in what I had said initially, which is I feel like there's a lot of divine eyes on you. There's a lot of protection, basically. You may have a lot of past loved ones that are really connected to you. You may have a lot of like friends and family that have passed away that you feel really connected to. Maybe you pray to them or talk to them or visit their grave a lot often, think about them a lot often. The reason why they're on your mind a lot is because they're on your mind. Yeah, the reason why they're on your mind a lot, sorry, I was like, did I say that right? Is because you're on their mind a lot, meaning they are watching you and guiding you. And honestly, I feel like whoever it is that passed away that you feel really connected to, they watch over you like 24/7. Like they're always by your side. I feel like for a lot of you, it's a friend. But even outside of that, like, I feel like you just have a lot of like angels that watch over you. You have a lot of spirit guides that just keep an eye on you. And then same thing, I feel like you may also have like a lot of eyes, physical eyes on you, because you could be looking good. So you could have like a lot of people interested in you sexually, romantically, platonically. In November, whatever you're doing, you're very attractive right now. I feel like you have a big heart, Aries. If you're watching this, you are someone that has a big heart, and that's why people are attracted to you. And I think that is, sorry, there's a little thing. And I think that there is a little, I don't know, a little fuzzy. Just floating right in front of, Jesus, get out of here. Just floating right in front of the camera. I think that a lot of people gravitate towards you because you have a big heart, and I think that is why specifically you have this really close friend. You have a lot of like close past loved ones that like have become your spirit guides now. Because when people pass away, like their spirits can linger, they can visit us from time to time, but usually they're not with us like 24/7. That's like more spirit guide energy. Those are like our guides. So I feel like if you had like a close friend or a close family member pass away that you're really close with, or you think about all the time, maybe you weren't like super close when they were living, but like now that they've passed, you think about them all the time, you pray to them all the time. Maybe a lot of you talk to them or write notes to them, but talking to them like out loud, you have conversations as if they're in the room, which is beautiful. Great way to connect with spirit. They hear you because they're literally there. They watch over you. Like this person or these people have become your spirit guides. Like they were a friend in life or a family member in life, and after they passed away, instead of just visiting you from time to time or connecting with you time to time, they are with you all the time. They watch over you now. It's like they've taken it on as their job. They've become a spirit guide for you in this life. And I'm getting that if it was a family member or a friend, it could have been someone that passed away at an earlier age, like less than 30. I'm seeing like early 20s, maybe even like teenager, like they passed away when like you were like younger, because I don't think you're a teenager. Also, if you are, make sure you're over 18. These readings are for people 18 and over. Anyways, yeah, I think that it could have been someone that maybe passed away a long time ago when they were younger, when you were younger, when you both were younger, and they have stayed with you ever since. But they have a strong eye on you because they want to protect that big heart that we were just talking about. Like they see that other people see your big heart, and a lot of everyone is gravitated to, people are just gravitated to you because you have a big heart. Some for the right reasons, meaning they like see that you're a loving, giving person and they want to reciprocate that energy. They want to be around that energy because it's like loving, and they want to give, they want to give to the big heart. Some people just want to take from the big heart, and more often than not, it's that people want to take what you have. They see that you've got this big heart. They see that you're generous. They see that you're loving. They see that you're giving, and they want to take advantage of it. So I think that this specific person watches over you, specifically to protect your big heart. They love you. This person, I'm getting like a little bit emotional. I don't know if you are or if this person is, but I feel a little bit emotional right now, like almost like I'm holding back tears. I want to cry. So either you're crying or maybe you are tearing up, or maybe this person just feels that strong, like they really, really love and care about you. I'm also getting that this year may have been a really difficult year for you. You may have experienced a lot of heartache in like relationships or friendships or whatever. I feel like you may have experienced a lot of people taking advantage of you. A lot of people broke your heart this year, Aries. Whew, baby, making me emotional. Okay, not my emotions. I feel for you. I really, really do. I feel like, I resonate with that too, because I feel like a lot of people take advantage of my generosity too. And I think it's the same thing with you guys. I think that a lot of people have taken advantage of your generosity, and your big heart and your loving puppy dog style love. I feel like if you watch this, you have a very you have golden retriever energy. Which is so cute, and it's a really innocent form and a really innocent way of loving. And I think that that's why think about it, people are really gravitated. This sounds so fucked up, but this is what's coming to mind. That's why that's why pedophiles are a thing, because people are gravitated towards innocence. People, and who has the most innocent heart in the world besides like doggies? Kids, which is like so sick and disgusting. I don't know why that got brought up in my head, but that somehow got brought up in my head as an example. But like, it's like that. It's like you have such a pure heart. That's what it is. Aside from being a good person, being really loving and generous, you have a pure heart. You have a very innocent heart. Even though I feel like you've experienced a lot of pain and a lot of difficulty and a lot of heartbreak in this life, specifically in this past year, I feel like a lot of heartbreak is being emphasized. A lot of people like ripping your heart out, stomping on it, and then like crimpling it up and then like shoving it back in you. And you're like, damn, what the hell did I do to deserve this? Also, my eyes are just burning because of this ring light. I'm like really tired. It's really late, and I hope I don't look tired. So I'm sorry if I look tired. We're moving right along. But yeah, I feel like this person is watching over you, protecting you. And I want to say this because I don't know. I'm hoping that this makes you feel better. And this is with the intention to make you feel better, more at peace with what you've endured this year, Aries. A lot of those falling out of relationships, friendships, whatever, a lot of the heartbreak that you experienced this year where things didn't work out with people was because of this person that's watching over you. They specifically made it so that these people were removed from your life, whether like they left you or you left them, whoever left whoever, this person, this friend, family member that is your spirit guide now, who like you were really close with in life, who is now your spirit guide, they are the ones that are responsible for those people not being in your life anymore, because that person saw that your spirit guide that watches over you, this person that loves you, saw like this person is trying to take advantage of my Aries. Hell no. I'm not going to let that happen. So they made it so that that person exited your life, which obviously caused you pain, but it caused you pain because when it happened, or when it happens, because I feel like it was a lot of heartbreak this year. When it happens, you don't see the bigger picture. You're just looking at what's happening in the moment, which this person's hurting me and blah, 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 and I don't get why. You're not saying like, this person isn't meant for me. It's not to say that you don't understand that at all, Aries. All I'm highlighting is that I feel when it's happening, when the initial heartbreak happens, you're so caught up in the emotions of it that all you see is the pain and you don't see the bigger picture, the lesson to be learned. And you don't see that, I think now if you probably look back right now, if you look back at those people that broke your heart this year, you're like, you know what? It's a good thing they're not in my life anymore. I feel like there probably is not one person that you can think of that broke your heart, that took advantage of you this year, where you're like, I wish they were still in my life. I feel like you guys are like, you understand now that it's happened, now that you're out of it, now that you're not so emotionally in that moment of heartbreak, you can see like, they should not have been in my life. Like, I deserve way better. Like, having such a pure, innocent, good, loving soul and heart as I do, those people did not deserve me. And this is something I recently told someone that I had a connection with, that was just, they were going through a lot. Bless his soul. I really have a lot of love for that person. But I looked him dead in the eyes and I said, do you think I deserve to have someone like you in my life? And he said no. And I was like, and he left. And it broke my heart. But I know that I deserve better. And I still have love for that person. And it broke my heart. I bawled my eyes out, mamas. I did the whole damn thing, which I'm sure you do. But I hope now that maybe what you've gone through this year shows you that same thing, where next time when you encounter someone like that, look them dead in the eyes and tell them, do you think I deserve to have someone like you in my life? And I hope they tell you the truth, because I'm glad that person did. That person said no. That person told me the truth. That person that I said that to realized that I deserved better, and he admitted it. And that's when I was like, okay, then what are you doing here? Why are you in my life then? And it's like, for you also to set that boundary, to be like, I deserve better than this. Like, you are not good enough for me. Like, I think that people get misconstrued with you acknowledging and knowing that someone is not good enough to be in your life, to be a part of your life, to be a part of your loving, beautiful energy. People misconstrue that as like you being conceited and like, they think they're too good. They think they're just and so what if you are too good? What's wrong with being too good? Who says it's a bad thing? Maybe you are too good. Maybe you are too good and you start telling yourself that. And you need to start showing the world that by setting your boundary. Ooh, that card wanted to pop out. Queen of Swords. What the hell did I just say? Mamas. Queen of Swords. Okay? Hold on, let me refocus my ass because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. If people know how to like use cameras, someone hit me up. I don't know what the heck on the technology department I'm doing. I'm trying. Queen of Swords. Coming into a mature understanding of how to set boundaries. This is someone that does not take anyone's shit. Queen of Swords, you give her this much less than she deserves. She's like, whoa, what's that? What is that? What is that? You know what's that? I think it's like a Cardi B. Yes, and letting go of structures and things that don't serve you, things that are toxic, like systems set in place that you're not fucking okay with. And you're done with. Like, you're like sick of this shit. You're sick of getting less than what you deserve. You're sick of people telling you and trying to make you believe that that is what you deserve. That's why I feel like a lot of you have been heartbroken over. It's like you've been dealing with people that like that are treating you less than you deserve, but like somehow while it's happening, like it's almost like you believe that that is what you deserve. And you don't. You deserve so much more than whatever bare minimum breadcrumb bullshit you were getting. Aries. And I think that's what your November is the month where you focus on yourself, you focus on understanding what your value and what your worth is. The other thing that I'm getting, Aries, is that I feel like a lot of you put your focus, your value, you put your value on how other people see you. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like almost like you don't think of yourself as someone valuable or that's worthy of love or worthy of things, worthy of good things, unless someone else is telling you, unless someone else is validating those things for you. And I don't believe that is the healthiest way to move forward, Aries. Like, you don't need anyone to tell you that you're beautiful. You don't need anyone to tell you that you're worth it. You don't need anyone to tell you that you're valuable. You are all those things with or without anyone. And I think that you understand that in theory, but I feel like you guys have a hard time of understanding that in practice. Especially if you are someone that you struggle to maybe do certain things for yourself when you're single. or like you love yourself differently when you're in a relationship versus when you're single is what I'm getting. And I think that, yeah, it's like you haven't been happy when you're not happy. You're not sunshine and rainbows when you're single, but when you're in a relationship, suddenly your mood changes, the way you walk changes. And it's very much like, which is kind of like, that's not a bad thing. I feel like most people, like when they're in love, you know, I said this in another video. Hold on, which one was it? Because maybe you're maybe you've connected with that sign. Maybe hold on, let me look real quick. Capricorn. If you connected with any Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus this year, if you were heartbroken by any Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus this year, go watch the Capricorn reading for November, if you want to. Because maybe there's something there, but there's a quote from the Capricorn reading that I just thought of that I want to say to you too as well, is the greatest gift is to love and be loved in return. It's from Moulin Rouge. Look up something like that, Moulin Rouge, just Google it. I'm sure the exact wording will come out, but it's something like that. The greatest gift in life is to love and be loved in return. And I think that for you, you're taking that as like, almost like you can't be fulfilled or fully happy unless you are being loved, like unless you have someone to love and be loved in return, which is a really beautiful thing. I agree. I low-key agree. It is like the greatest gift in life is to have someone to love and be loved in return. But like, you guys have friends, you have family, you have your fucking self. Love yourself and allow yourself to love you in return. Show yourself how, like, you need to, and I feel like for some of you already do this, but take it to the next level. Date yourself. But again, this is the month where you're moving forward after this month, I think. This is like life lesson Hierophant. This is like a big life lesson where maybe specifically this month someone broke your heart in a big way, or recently, or like you're connecting dots, or maybe like you're evaluating this month, or a lot of the heartbreak that you've experienced this year is on your mind this month, and this is where you're understanding, you're coming into the understanding of the bigger picture, of why it had to happen, of the fact that this person that passed away, that is now your spirit guide, is literally protecting you and removing these people from your life that should not be in your life, because they understand that you haven't been at that place yet to do it yourself. But now moving forward, now that you're seeing the bigger picture, you're zooming out and understanding, now hopefully when the next time someone gives you this, like just, I don't know, you know, like that much less than what you deserve, you're like, what is this? Oh my god, wait, hold on, sorry. Back to the Cardi B thing. I literally brought it up and I didn't elaborate. It's like a meme now, but it was like from a live that she did like an Instagram or TikTok where she's like, oh my god, what is that? Like, that's how you're gonna be reacting. Like, someone gives you like this little bit less than when you're just like, oh my god, what is that? Like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but that is not what I deserve. That is the energy you need to take on moving forward from this month. What else? 5 of Cups. There is an energy of you maybe spending a little too much time focused on the heartbreak. Again, I just feel like you're having a really hard time, Aries, seeing that bigger picture. And I know it's really, really difficult. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of time. But again, I feel like, and I always say this, I have a lot of friends. I had this one guy that like was like my last remaining friend from high school who like I'm not really friends with anymore. And he's the kind of person that like literally since high school, and we're like the same age, so since high school till now, he's always been in a relationship. And one of the last times that I saw him and I hung out with him like a year or two ago, I told him, I was like, have you ever just like tried just to be single? Like, you're literally jumping from like, you know, I feel like the longest he was single was like 3, maybe 6 months max. From high school till now. That is like a long time to like not like to only spend such a short amount of time single by yourself. I'm like, I've been single my whole life. So I feel like that's why I have a good understanding of myself. Maybe it's not entirely by choice, but I'm happy about it because I have such a good understanding about my wants and needs and my desires. And it's easier for me to see the bigger picture when I'm not constantly wrapped up in someone else's world, constantly wrapped up in someone else's emotions, and constantly wrapped up in feeding or satisfying their wants and needs, where I'm just focused on my own wants and needs. Like, and that's enough for now, you know? And I think that you may be spending a lot of time still really upset, still really hurt, still really focused. You're really focused on the action of the heartbreak instead of what the heartbreak was for, what it was trying to teach you, what it was trying to show you. So I think that Spirit is wanting you to try to look at it from a different perspective. We have the Fool. Take a different perspective. Take a different route at which we are looking at this. I feel like your focus has been really emphasized on the hurt and on the heartbreak. And I feel like you maybe have not really like questioned or really spent a lot of time thinking like, so what did this show me? You know what I'm saying? Like, or even just like in a more practical sense, like looking at each heartbreak and being like, okay, I don't want someone like that. I don't want someone to treat me like this. I don't like it when people do this to me. I don't like it. And also being like, I like this. I really liked this from this person, this aspect. I really liked how I was treated in this situation, but I don't like this over here. It's like compiling a list of pros and cons about what your wants and needs and desires are. And then when you move forward, it's also too, that's the thing. It's impossible to be the Queen of Swords and be like, what? Oh my God, what is that? That's way less than what I deserve. It's impossible to be that when you yourself do not even know what it is that you deserve. And I think that that's really what it is, Aries, is that you have yet to really, 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 really and truly, because it's one thing to hype yourself up and say, I'm beautiful, I'm this, I got this going on, but it's a different thing to believe it, and it's a different thing to really understand. Because, and I'm just gonna say this, and again, I don't mean this in a way to be hurtful, I'm just being honest, because I think it's gonna help you for me to be honest right now. I think that you guys have a really hard time understanding what it is that you deserve. And I think that because of that lack of understanding, and that lack of understanding of what you deserve comes from a lack of really spending time with yourself. And I feel like some of you or one of you is like, I've been alone for so long though. I'm always alone. I feel like I'm hearing from some of you, or like a lot of you feel lonely. Okay, there is a difference between being alone, being lonely, and spending time with yourself. And I think that's the thing. I think that you guys have been alone for a long time or been really lonely. That's why it's so easy for people to break your heart, because you tend to just jump into relationships or put your all into the other person when you meet them, and then they shatter your heart, and then everything is broken because you put everything in them instead of feeling and being whole with yourself first and really feeling that, because you are whole. Maybe you don't feel it, but you are. You don't need anyone external to you to complete you. You are complete. And that's why I think that Spirit is asking you to be the Fool, to look at things in a different perspective, because the way that you've been looking at things, I feel like Spirit is saying it's all wrong. Like you're just focused on the pain and the hurt versus like the lesson that this gave you. This is like helping, like each experience, each heartbreak is showing you what you should avoid, what you don't want, because it hurts you, right? So why would you go into the same situation with a new person again and again and again? Like I said, I feel like you guys kind of, maybe you jump from relationship to relationship, or you've been in a lot of relationships this year. You've like been in a lot of romantic situations this year. Knight of Wands in reverse. Clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse. I feel like that's just putting a halt to this. Yeah, and the Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, like putting a stop to dealing with shady characters. You might have been dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or Capricorn. Okay, those are the signs that I'm feeling that you might have been dealing with this year, whether it was one of those signs or multiple of those signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Capricorn. And whoever that person was, or whoever those people were, they were immature. That's the thing. It's like they were not on the same level as you. And that's what I'm saying is like so frustrating for me, because I'm like, girl, Miss Mamas, you are so much more mature. You're so much more worthy and capable of love than any of these people that you've been dealing with. Like, these are rats. I don't know. I feel rude saying that about these people that you experienced or you've been dealing with this year, but they are giving me like rat energy. Sneaky little rats just coming in to get what they want. Oh my god, there's this like TikTok or like old Vine or something that me and my sister think is so hilarious. Google or YouTube, you're just a rat looking for a food. It's like this like Filipino lady, and she's like, I don't know, she's just so funny. She says something like, Oh, fat? Who, me? It's like, oh, you're just jealous. You're very jealous. You're just a rat sneaking for a food. She said something like that. That's the energy that you need to have the confidence of that lady. Go look that up. Find it. Look it up. You need to have the energy and confidence of her, and then also like get rid of these little like sneaky little rats. Like you've been dealing with a lot of rats, a lot of people with like sneaky shady behavior that come in, love bomb you, say the right things, but they want only one thing from you, and they get it. And that's the unfortunate thing, is that they do get it, which is why you feel so broken after. Baby. What do we want to get? Let's get one of these. Let's close out the reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placement. Something to give them a positive message, maybe something a little motivational to help them this month. It's a little heavy. It's heavier energies for you guys. But, I mean, you have this beautiful soul that literally, like, this person that passed away literally could have just passed away and moved on. This person is choosing to stay here for you. Like, how awesome is that? That this person loves you that much. We have Ganesha. Clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. The numbers 31 at the top. 3, 1, 31, or 4 could all be significant numbers for you. They could be numbers that you maybe see a lot, you hear a lot. But again, we have Ganesha, 31, 3, 1, 4, all significant numbers for you. Maybe specifically just this month. Sorry, I'm trying to refocus. Clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. You are being protected divinely by your spirit guides, by angels. Again, like I said, you have a lot of eyes on you. I feel like even in the physical world, you still have like a lot of really good friends, like people that are still alive. You still have a lot of really good friends and family that like would like fuck someone up for you. Like you have like legit physical protection. You have divine protection. You have a close friend or family member that passed away. When they were younger, you were younger, both of you were younger, that has literally become a spirit guide for you, watches over you, helps remove people out of your life. Although it causes you pain, it is for your highest good. Those people do not deserve to be in your life, and that person sees it. That person sees it in a clearer way than you have yet to see it. But you will come into that understanding. It's just Spirit is asking you to zoom out. Like, don't focus on the pain. Don't focus on the hurt. Focus on why is it happening? Question it. If it happens again, it's okay if it happens again. Let it happen. If anything, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, right? There's no preventing it. But the next time you find yourself in this situation, reflect more so than focus on the pain. The pain's gonna be there, baby. It's gonna hurt. Heartbreak hurts. It's heartbreak. But what is it teaching you? Why is it happening? It's happening for a reason. It's trying to teach you something, trying to show you something that you do or do not deserve, right? For you to decipher what you do and do not deserve. That's why. It's like the more heartbreak we experience, it's like the more we realize, okay, I'm not fucking with these kind of people. I'm not fucking with these kind of rats no more. Some of you are so, like I said earlier, I feel like a lot of you are really being asked or called to focus on your spirituality more. I'm getting like a lot of like, that you need to either meditate more, pray more, but like I'm getting like a lot of a third eye activation and crown chakra activations. So like that's tapping into higher powers, tapping into like maybe for some of you have psychic sight or psychic knowing. Those are the two associated with the third eye and the crown. So claircognizance and clairvoyance. Yes. So psychic sight and psychic knowing. Maybe tapping into those. Look up some books. There's a really, really good book. I'm going to grab it for you because I'm not going to be lazy for you. Hold on. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I'll be quick. It's, this one. I knew I had it right here. So this is a book that, it's one of the first books that I ever read when I was discovering that I was a psychic. And it's called Psychic Intelligence by Terry and Linda Jameson. They're the psychic twins. Just look up Psychic Intelligence by Terry and Linda Jameson or by the Psychic Twins. It will come up. I think I got this in Amazon like years ago. Tune in and discover the power of your intuition. This book is amazing. I will try to focus. It talks a lot about psychics and mediums and like how to find your self-worth, and it goes into a lot besides like just talking about like psychics and what they are. It also has like literal exercises to like help you like practice your your intuition and like discover what type of psychic ability is your strongest or your most natural, because we're all psychic in some way. And I think it's like through you tapping more into clairvoyance and claircognizance that, you know, tapping into your intuition fully, I think will actually be more helpful to you when you encounter more of these rat type of people. Like you'll be able to be more discerning and to be able to know who to really open your heart to, your pure, innocent, beautiful heart that's so rare these days. Because like I really truly feel that you've been giving out your love to a lot of people, and the type of love that you have is reserved for a very few amount of people. So know that your type of love is designated for only a select amount of people, because it's such a rare type of love and such a rare type of heart and way to love that not most people do not deserve it. Straight up, that's the truth. Most people do not deserve your heart. So if you're giving it out to anyone, damn near anyone that's showing you interest to, you are doing a disservice to yourself. And this is why it creates a lot of heartbreak and a lot of chaos within your mind, body, soul. Okay? The other thing that I will throw out there, just because it's popped in my head real quick, is be careful who you have sex with. Be very, very cautious and be more protective of your temple, of your body when it comes to sex. And I'm not one to tell anyone, you know, girl, you want to be that girl, boy, whatever, whoever you are, fuck around, whatever. Fuck around and find out. Because spirit, and I'm saying this kind of harshly because spirit is like throwing this really big time. Sex is a really intense energetic exchange. There are multiple ways to exchange energies with people. If you are a female, or you are someone that receives, you don't have to be female. If you are someone that receives, that's all I'm gonna say, when you're engaging in sex, you're the receiver. Be very careful, okay? It's a whole nother thing for the person entering the other person versus the person being entered by the other person. It's much more, I want to say abrasive, but that's not the right word. Invasive, okay? Like they are literally going inside your body, okay? Whether you're man, woman, in between, whatever you are. If you are someone that you allow people to be inside of you during sex, be very cautious about who you are having sex with. You need to be more picky with who you're having sex with, because the energy you have is beautiful, pure, and innocent, and them being inside your energy is disrupting you. It's almost like they're infecting you. There's no, I mean, some of y'all probably could get STDs, but I don't think that's what it is. It's the infection that I'm talking about is an energetic infection. Like, think about it. Like, if you're having sex with rats, what do you think's gonna happen? I love you guys. That is the end of your reading. Go read this book, Psychic Intelligence by the Psychic Twins, Terry and Linda Jameson. I think it'll be great for you. Practice your intuition, pray more, pray to this higher power, pray to this beautiful soul that has decided to become your literal spirit guide in this lifetime. That is so beautiful. I have yet to, I think, do a reading for someone in the like 3-4 years I've been reading tarot where I've seen that someone has decided to become someone's spirit guide, like truly. You know, I have people like my grandma watches over me. I don't think she's my spirit guide though, because I don't feel her presence all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there are people that visit and I can communicate with, but I don't feel like they've like evolved or become my spirit guide. Maybe it's just because I'm not as connected. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah. Hold on, let me make sure I'm in focus before I like fully check out of this. But yeah, that's pretty much your reading, Aries. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hopefully it wasn't too chaotic and all over the place. I'm really tired. I don't know if you can tell. Hopefully you can't, because I swear to God, but watch these fucking videos back and I look tired as hell. I'm gonna be so pissed. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below how this resonated with you. I feel for you. I feel for your heart. You have a beautiful soul and a beautiful heart. Respect it by not allowing people to disrespect it and abuse it. Okay? And use it in ways that you do not deserve. You're deserving of a million times more. You're deserving of the sun. You're deserving of everything in this life. Be straight up with your words. Do not accept not even a half inch less than what you deserve, okay? This is the month to really focus, to really change your perspective, zoom out, make that list of pros and cons, figure out what you need and want from people, figure out what you need to be satisfied, figure it out what you deserve, so that the next time someone comes around, you can cut that shit out at the beginning before you get emotionally invested, okay? It's gonna save you from heartbreak. It's gonna be able to, you're gonna set more clear boundaries, you're gonna have more respect and love for yourself, and it's gonna ultimately lead to happiness and a more beautiful and bright future for yourself, Aries. I wish you the best of luck. I hope you have a great November, and I will see you in the next month's reading. Bye-bye.